Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around Asia and beyond. First up, the Mid-Autumn Festival is in full swing. Celebrated across East and Southeast Asia, it's a night of mooncakes, lanterns, and legendary tales like that of Chang'e, the moon goddess. This festival not only marks a time for family reunions but also showcases innovative mooncake flavors and vibrant lantern displays that light up the night sky. Next, in a surprising shift, Hong Kong's Legco delegations have not traveled to Europe or North America for 4 years, a first since 1997. Instead, lawmakers are focusing on trips within mainland China, Southeast Asia, and Japan, reflecting a new diplomatic approach amid geopolitical tensions. Experts believe this strategy helps strengthen local ties and boosts economic cooperation, but many hope to see Western visits resume in the future. Finally, Japan's stock market is on fire. Following Sanai Takaichi's victory in the ruling party's leadership election, the Nikkei soared over 860 points, reaching a new milestone of 47,500. Her pro-stimulus stance has investors optimistic about government spending and economic growth, even as the yen weakens against the euro. It's an exciting time for Japan's markets, signaling potential new waves of expansion and economic policy shifts. Please continue to watch for more detailed stories. CNN reports that the Mid-Autumn Festival, often called the world's biggest full moon celebration, is a vibrant tradition rooted in ancient Chinese history, dating back to the Tang dynasty. The festival is a night where families gather to appreciate the luminous, round moon, symbolizing reunion and harmony, while indulging in mooncakes, rich pastries filled with lotus seed paste, salted egg yolks, and other ingredients. Folklore plays a significant role, especially the myth of Chang'e, the moon goddess who ascended to the moon after drinking an elixir, leaving her husband Hui longing to see her shadow each year. Celebrations across Asia vary, from lantern fairs and lion dances in Vietnam to ancestral rites and moon viewing in Japan, with each culture adding its unique touch to the festival. The tradition of mooncakes remains central, with modern variations like chocolate-coated ice cream versions reflecting evolving tastes, and in some regions, mooncake sales generate millions in revenue, highlighting the festival's economic importance. South China Morning Post details that Hong Kong's Legislative Council has broken a 4-year record by not sending any official delegations to Europe or North America since its return to China in 1997, a shift driven by geopolitical tensions. Instead, the council focused on trips within mainland China and neighboring Asian countries, emphasizing technological advancements, environmental policies, and regional cooperation. The move reflects a cautious approach to international relations, with officials wary of political risks and the perception of hostility from Western nations, especially after the UK withdrew invitations for Hong Kong lawmakers to participate in Westminster seminars. Despite this, some legislators hope for a future return to Western engagement, emphasizing the importance of personal interactions for fostering international relationships and promoting Hong Kong's image globally. Meanwhile, increased visits across the border to the mainland underscore the strategic pivot towards strengthening ties with China, aligning with the city's new patriots-only electoral system. Nikkei Asia reports that Japan's stock market soared following Sanai Takaichi's unexpected victory in the ruling Liberal Democratic Party leadership race, signaling potential fiscal stimulus and a shift towards more expansionary policies. The Nikkei index jumped over 4.5%, with the yen weakening against the dollar and euro, reflecting investor optimism about her plans to support wage hikes and eliminate the gasoline tax. Takaichi's stance, reminiscent of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's policies, suggests a future of easy monetary and fiscal policies that could boost domestic demand and exports, but also raise concerns about inflation and bond yields. Market analysts warn that her commitment to maintaining accommodative policies might delay rate hikes by the Bank of Japan, potentially causing long-term bond yields to spike. Her victory has sparked hopes for further economic growth, but also raised fears of inflationary pressures, echoing past market reactions to bold government spending and policy shifts. The South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong stocks experienced a decline on Monday, primarily due to the U.S. government shutdown, which has dampened investor confidence and increased demand for safe haven assets like gold. The Hang Seng Index fell by 0.6%, with the tech-heavy Hang Seng Tech Index dropping 1.5%. Major Chinese tech companies such as SMIC and Kuaishou saw declines, while gold miners like Zijin Mining Group surged 4%, reflecting the heightened uncertainty surrounding the U.S. federal shutdown. This political stalemate has also delayed key economic data releases, such as payroll reports, further clouding the outlook for the U.S. economy. Meanwhile, regional markets like Japan's Nikkei soared over 4.4% amid the election of Sanai Takaichi, an ultra-conservative, as the ruling party's leader, signaling potential continuity in market-friendly policies and boosting automaker shares due to optimistic trade rumors involving U.S. tariffs. The Associated Press highlights that Japan's Nikkei index climbed sharply following the Liberal Democrats' decision to nominate Sanai Takaichi as their leader, a move seen as likely to pave her way to become the country's first female prime minister. Takaichi, a staunch supporter of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and an admirer of Margaret Thatcher, is expected to continue Abe's conservative economic policies. Her leadership comes with significant challenges, including revitalizing Japan's sluggish economy, addressing its aging population, and managing its massive public debt. The market responded positively, with Toyota and Honda shares jumping nearly 5%, amid speculation that U.S. President Trump might ease trade tensions by reducing tariffs, which could lower costs for automakers. Meanwhile, the yen weakened against the dollar, reflecting expectations of increased government spending to stimulate growth. The South China Morning Post also details how Wall Street's recent record-setting streak was interrupted by the U.S. government shutdown, which delayed the release of crucial employment data. Despite the shutdown's potential to slow economic signals, U.S. stocks managed to close higher, with the S&P 500 and Dow Jones reaching new highs. The market's resilience was partly attributed to optimism about Federal Reserve rate cuts and ongoing global economic recovery. Oil prices gained as OPEC Plus announced a modest increase in production, alleviating fears of oversupply. Overall, the markets displayed a cautious optimism, with investors closely watching geopolitical developments, U.S. economic indicators, and political shifts in Japan that could influence global financial stability. According to South China Morning Post, Hong Kong's foster care system is a testament to compassion and resilience, exemplified by Lin Lai, a 68-year-old emergency foster mother whose journey over the past 13 years has been filled with hope and fulfillment. Lai's love for children has driven her to care for more than 20 foster kids, many of whom arrive distressed and insecure but leave with smiles and confidence, thanks to her nurturing environment. Despite the emotional challenges of saying goodbye, Lai remains committed, supported by her daughters and a community that recognizes the urgent need for more foster families, especially with upcoming legislation requiring mandatory child abuse reporting. Her stories highlight the importance of family-based care, the difficulties in matching children with suitable foster homes, particularly those with special needs, and the ongoing efforts of NGOs and the government to increase incentives and resources, aiming to provide stability and love for Hong Kong's vulnerable children. In a different vein, South China Morning Post reports on Furla's innovative marketing during Milan Fashion Week, where the brand transformed a double-decker bus into the Irede Nail Bar, a vibrant, mobile beauty parlor that encapsulated their playful new collection, Come Play With Us. Inspired by the Greek goddess of the rainbow, Iris, the collection bursts with lively colors and bold self-expression, reflected in bags that blend Italian craftsmanship with modern whimsy. this roving nail bar offered an immersive experience, allowing participants to indulge in colorful manicures while embodying the collection's spirit of joy and individuality. Furla's approach signifies a strategic shift towards engaging consumers through experiential, fun activations that emphasize the brand's core values of liveliness and creativity, appealing to women who embrace full-spectrum color and personal expression in their everyday style. Meanwhile, South China Morning Post highlights how Hong Kong's logistics sector is experiencing a renaissance driven by rising demand for storage of metals and art, bolstered by the inclusion of the city in the London Metal Exchange's global warehousing network. This development has brought new opportunities for warehouse operators, particularly for storing non-ferrous metals destined for China, which is a massive consumer and producer of these materials. The strategic location allows businesses to defer taxes and facilitate commodity trading, with potential expansions from major exchanges like the Shanghai Gold Exchange promising further growth. Additionally, Hong Kong's status as an art hub has fueled demand for specialized art storage, especially as auction houses like Christie's and Sotheby's showcase high-value works, including Picasso masterpieces fetching record prices. The sector's steady growth, driven by the increasing number of collectors and the need for climate-controlled environments, underscores Hong Kong's evolving role as a vital nexus for both commodities and cultural assets. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's upcoming Legislative Council elections are shrouded in political maneuvering, with Beijing's influence playing a crucial role in candidate selection. As the election approaches, candidates seek the blessing of Beijing, with nominations requiring support from election committee members across 5 sectors, making it a game of political practicality and loyalty. The Chinese authorities emphasize the importance of capable lawmakers, those who contribute meaningfully rather than merely parroting leadership, raising questions about age and capability. Notably, veteran lawmakers over 70 are contemplating retirement, sparking debate about whether age should be a determining factor for political suitability. Critics argue that if older officials can hold senior government positions, then legislative roles should not be dismissed solely based on age, emphasizing the need for a balanced approach that considers health, experience, and the desire to nurture younger talent through potential term limits, especially in functional constituencies. Nikkei Asia highlights Japan's stock market rally following Sanai Takaichi's victory in the ruling Liberal Democratic Party leadership race, signaling a shift towards more expansionary fiscal policies. The Nikkei soared over 860 points, surpassing 47,000 for the first time, while the yen weakened against the dollar, reflecting investor optimism about potential stimulus measures. Takaichi, a disciple of Shinzo Abe, advocates for continued fiscal easing and easy monetary policy, promising to support wage hikes and eliminate the gasoline tax temporarily. Market analysts see her win as a positive sign for Japanese equities, expecting increased domestic demand and export profits due to a weaker yen. However, concerns remain about the long-term bond yields and inflation, with some experts warning that her pro-stimulus stance could lead to higher interest rates and inflationary pressures, reminiscent of volatile episodes like the UK's market turmoil under Liz Truss. The bond market especially fears that her policies might delay rate hikes, pushing yields upward and complicating Japan's economic outlook. South China Morning Post covers Hong Kong's rising star in women's cycling, Chloe Leung Wingyi, whose impressive performance at the UCI Road World Championships has attracted international attention. Leung's strong showing, finishing 39th in a grueling 164.4 kilometers race, and leading Asian competitors, caught the eye of elite teams eager to recruit her for the World Tour. Her resilience and competitive spirit, despite the punishing race that eliminated half of the field, underscore her potential to join top-tier international teams, possibly in Australia or the USA. Her coach, Hervé Degorn, expressed pride and optimism, emphasizing that Leung's effort was a significant milestone for Hong Kong cycling. As she prepares for the upcoming national games, her versatility and determination are seen as vital assets, with the hope that her success will inspire more local athletes and elevate Hong Kong's standing in international women's cycling. The event's home crowd support and her strategic adaptability are expected to be key factors in her pursuit of medals, with her future bright on the global stage. According to South China Morning Post, Hong Kong is once again emerging as a pivotal launch pad for China's ambitious financial innovations and international integration. UBS China chief Janice, who emphasizes that Hong Kong's unique position as a bridge and testing ground for new financial products is crucial as China shifts its trade focus away from the US towards Southeast Asia and other emerging markets along the Belt and Road. Who highlights Hong Kong's role in facilitating cross-border flows, exemplified by pioneering deals like Jiasun International Resources dual listing in Hong Kong and Astana, which not only exemplifies the city's ability to innovate with yuan-denominated transactions but also underscores its strategic importance in regional connectivity. The city's development of frameworks for digital assets, such as stablecoins and tokenized assets, alongside the introduction of dual currency counters, showcases its capacity to serve as a sandbox for financial experimentation, supporting China's broader goal of diversifying trade links and fostering domestic and international capital flows amidst tightening mainland controls. In South China Morning Post's coverage of Hong Kong's social research, a 7-year study underscores the importance of toys in developing children's spatial and STEM skills. Lead researcher Professor Ivy Wong reveals that playthings typically associated with boys, like toy cars and model kits, significantly enhance spatial abilities, which are crucial for STEM success. Conversely, toys geared toward girls, such as dolls and tea sets, tend to focus on nurturing and do not promote these skills. The study advocates for narrowing gender gaps in development by encouraging girls to engage with spatially demanding toys and promoting gender-neutral play, emphasizing that improved spatial skills can bolster performance in mathematics and STEM careers. Wong's findings, based on extensive observation and self-assessment of children's toy preferences, suggest that early intervention and mindful toy selection by parents and teachers can foster equal opportunities in science and technology fields, ultimately benefiting both boys and girls. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong is strengthening its position as a regional leader in green finance through the internationalization of its green building standards. The Hong Kong Green Building Council has begun issuing global certificates for sustainable buildings outside of Hong Kong, starting with a project in Djibouti and soon in Macau, facilitating access to green funding from international developers and investors. These certifications, based on the renowned BEAM Plus standards, validate environmentally friendly design and construction practices, helping to attract green bonds and loans, with Hong Kong accounting for nearly half of Asia's green bond issuance in 2024. By extending its green standards globally, Hong Kong not only supports the UN's sustainability goals but also enhances its role in the Belt and Road Initiative, positioning itself as a leader in sustainable urban development and green financing. This move aligns with Hong Kong's broader strategy to promote eco-friendly projects and leverage its financial expertise to foster regional environmental and economic growth, reinforcing its status as a vital hub for green investment. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Morning coffee, fresh off the press. Reading headlines, feeling blessed. World keeps turning, stories unfold. Every moment news gets told. Flipping channels, clicking tabs, feeding my mind's hunger grabs. Facts and figures, images bright. News keeps rolling day and night. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough. Learning about the world, yeah, it's my stuff. Headlines and headlines, stories unfold. Knowledge is power, truth to behold. Politics, science, sports, and art. Every story plays its part. Global voices, voices near. Every headline loud and clear. Need the latest, got to know. Never stopping, always go. Scrolling, swiping, reading on. Daylight breaks in the dawn. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough. Learning about the world, yeah, it's my stuff. Headlines and headlines, stories unfold. Knowledge is power, truth to behold. Need the latest, got to know. Never stopping, always go. Scrolling, swiping, reading on. Daylight breaks in the dawn. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough.